How's it? How's it?
I think the leg.
Janine, how's it?
Okay, where
Jerry,
am I
how's it?
moving?
Hey,
No, you're good. You're good.
Sandy. Thank you guys for all the support. That's fantastic.
Move.
There we go, and we're live. You know, if you guys like Talk Story up here, I was thinking about going down by the portal. Or you guys want to hear up here too? You guys up here?
I don't know. Whatever.
Yeah. I might go down and walk down by the little portal over there. That's the subject of tonight. I did want to see.
Yeah,
this.
whatever.
Yeah. Because we come hang out. We don't come hang out and listen to Joe talk. You know what I mean?
Yeah, we do. That's
Yeah,
part
we
of
do.
it. Otherwise, we'd come after 8. I mean, after 9.
Oh
I know.
yeah.
Like most of the other people do.
How's it? How's it? Troy, Brenda, how's it? Aloha. Cheryl.
Oh, everybody.
I had a book and it's somewhere in my house. A whole bunch of pictures that Doug had sent me with portals and stuff.
What's
I think my phone is underneath me. No, you're right
Let
there.
me move.
No, you're fine. You can sit right back down.
Portal
Okay.
Energy,
Thank you.
Moon Point
No.
Cemetery,
You got it?
Illinois.
Yeah, I got it.
Okay.
You can
Crossing
manage those
over.
comments over here.
Let's see, we
Help
got,
him with that.
got little pictures here. This is a little portal as well. Right over here. Hey Denise, how's it? Hey Hoyne. Huh? I think I had a beard last time I was on. I grew it this month. I should just try growing one whole month October, yeah. From nothing, like bolo head, shaved, everything.
This is still long, yeah.
Yeah. End up looking like Santa Claus with all this white beard. Oh, there's a tent over my head now. I'm so blind I didn't even see that.
Gotcha, man.
Here's a Tesla coil experiment in Burlington Woods, Wisconsin. This is the kind of stuff that Doug did, you know. You know, he experiments with Tesla coils and stuff in the forest that had a lot of portals, and I gotta pick his brain plenty. Unknown entity, Burlington Woods, Wisconsin, Paranormal Library Club. You have pictures like this where there are duplicates of people. Maybe if I can zoom in here. No, I cannot because I'm light. But like over here you got this little mist thing above. Over here you got a little light anomaly thing. Yeah. Hey Faye, how's it? So, Haunted Psychiatric Asylum, Boot Hill, Dodge City, Kansas, Haunted Museum in Missouri. Bro, this guy went and lived a life, bro, I tell you.
Oh, the portable.
Time Anomaly, Lost World Cavern in West Virginia.
More high-tech than we get.
Why does that nice cancellation now?
This is like, and he didn't have the kind of electronic picture, yeah? He had the kind of photographic camera. He would just snap a picture, develop the film. Yeah. So we will start talking about portals. I mean, okay. So I think, wait, where's my drink? I have a drink
Ready?
somewhere.
Right in front of you.
Right in front. I can't see. Yeah.
Go down.
There you go, brother.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
It's the black cup. Yeah.
Mm.
In the black darkness.
I put the red light on if you want to go red light.
Oh, for real? You
Yeah.
get the light.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I don't need to blame myself. How about this? How's this going?
If not, I can put it on the other one so it's a little brighter. Up to you.
Hey, thank you for the stars.
Oh no, that works good. That'll be good for you.
Yeah.
You're like the
The
producer,
ambiance.
Huh?
man. No, the way how Matt. You're
Yeah,
a
yeah, yeah,
producer,
yeah,
man.
yeah.
You
Let's gotta
have
get the
credits.
lighting and everything, and yeah.
You're the
I'm
producer.
just here to help, man. You know me, that's
You're,
just how I
you're a
is.
producer.
Man.
That's what it is.
So I was telling you, Matt, I had a theory about the Ho'okupu, right?
Yes, I'm very interested in hearing. I'm sure they are too.
So scientifically, this is what we know, right? I did the Ho'okupu, what was it, the 14th, 15th, something like that?
Something like that. I would have to go back and look.
So I did an offering, a Ho'okupu with dry aku, just dry aku inside. And I did it, and I put 2 bananas on top of it, and ava, and stuff like that. And we were here on Monday, and the Ho'okupu was still green, the bananas were still yellow. It was perfectly fine, and then we came on yesterday. And the day before too, I think. No, yeah. And the Ho'okupus, the offerings, was like rotten. Like it's been rotting for a while and stuff like that, you know. So my theory is these are the facts that we know. It was rotting within a few days, whereas it went a couple weeks without like hardly any change. I'll get to that comment in a second, Troy. Um, so those are facts, and I was wondering maybe it's just something, but maybe it's something scientific as well, like
Physical.
physical, like a.
Like somebody opened the thing to look at it.
No, no, no. It wasn't
no,
open.
no.
It wasn't open. I opened it up. I didn't open it up. I picked it up and I threw them out today, and had maggots and stuff crawling all over.
Was the banana leaf like was there a hole in it?
No.
No.
Okay.
And yesterday I noticed it was on the ground. Even with all the wind and the rain before, it was still standing exactly where it was.
Mm-hmm.
So, my theory is, what if on that live we were in a time anomaly where we actually went back about a week, where it was still fresh?
That'd be interesting. I don't know.
You know what I mean?
I mean, maybe because I know I believe the guy Nate was saying that he heard stuff and whatever, and we couldn't hear nothing.
Yeah,
Remember that?
yeah,
So,
yeah.
I mean, you could be right about
That's
that.
right.
That could be something there.
Was it that guy that hung out with you?
I don't know.
Or
I
is it
Gainer, how's
somebody
it?
on
Hey
the-
everybody, how's it?
no,
Aloha.
it was somebody on the line
Oh,
that
okay.
I mentioned that.
And
while
hey
we were
Faye,
talking.
how's it? Hey everybody. Hi, hi, hi. Mark, how's it? I got your message. I'll respond to you after. I don't know how to send things on on the G Drive, Google Drive yet. Um, so one thing that we have experienced here many times, and this is I guess ghost story, was I shared it before, and I always share it whenever I'm walking up there because it comes to mind all the time. Shaka, the guy that used to live here, I saw him in his blue jacket walking to the left. He was up above me on the next level up, and he was walking to the left with a little tiny flashlight and a blue jacket on. And I went after him and I called to him because I know him, right? And I wanted to see if everything was cool, but he kind of walked really fast into the bushes. And I'm like, all right, maybe he wants to be left alone. Within seconds, right? So he goes to my left, and I just turn right and continue up, back up to the top of the trail, where I see him in a blue jacket and a tiny flashlight walking down the trail. Um, and I asked him, was there anybody around you? He's like, no, there's just me. I mean, I even shook his hand to make sure he was real and not a ghost. You know, because that was just really weird. Shaka never acts like that either, but I don't know. Maybe it was a time anomaly where, like, we saw Shaka walk into the bush, and then, but that was like 5 seconds into the future. Doug had a picture where they were in Burlington, Wisconsin. He took a photograph. You know, sometimes you have a double exposure with the photographs, right? But this one was interesting because it was him 3 times. And he pointed out to me in this picture, there was the solid him, that was the present. There was another him on the bottom left that was about 10 seconds ago. And there was a him on the top right of the picture that was about 10-15 seconds from the time that picture was taken. It was like past, present, and future, but all in one picture because this was a kind of a portal, like a time thing where the time things kind of blend together, and he took a picture in it, right? Perhaps it was something like that where we saw the future of Shaka walking over there, you know. That's not the only thing that's happened down here at Judd Trail. There have been people that have spoken to me about, like Gary had people talking to him about one night. This was more of a teleportation portal, perhaps. These girls were coming down here from UH to record the sounds of night, right? Just the sounds of a forest at night, like you guys can hear now. The crickets in the back and all that. And so they were walking around here for like 1 o'clock in the morning, 2 o'clock in the morning. And yeah, and so they were doing that. And one of the girls went walking around. And she turned around and she was no longer in the forest. And there was this old lady that looked like an old Hawaiian lady and gave her stink eye. And so she ran. I'm getting the stories mixed up. And she saw her and she ran to get her friend, and they came back up here. But nothing looked the same, right? It got lost and all of that stuff. They didn't know where they were. That was Gary's story. Another story was shared to me with Joe Serino. He brought a girl paranormal investigating to teach her how down here. And as they were paranormal investigating, they were walking down in the area that I'm really familiar with, and they heard a noise. And so they turned around and all the trees were gone. And they were in a big open field with like flowers and stuff. and they're walking around this field with like flowers everywhere, being like, how the hell did we get here? And they explored it for 5, 10, 15 minutes, and then they heard the noise again behind them. They turned around, and they were back over here at Judd Trail, right? So who knows, right? Do portals remain stationary or do they move? I wonder if there was one that was stepped into a few years ago. Things were things got smoky and time slowed and sounds were quiet. I don't think portals move, but I think they can be generated from my experiences with haunted houses. Um, but they can ebb and flow like the tides. How I've learned this, my theory, not my theory, but the theory that I've been investigating and looking at is something called archaeoastronomy. When the stars hit the horizon, during those few minutes that star stays exactly there on the horizon before it sets, these activate ley lines, right? they they're built to line up old Hawaiian temples called heiaus, right? And like on these complex grids and stuff. We investigated a house that was on the intersection of two ley lines, and you could feel how the energy ran, and it went with one of the ley lines. Perhaps other times of the year, it runs on the other ley line. So they open and they close, and they are strong and they're not strong. They might be 5%, they may be 85% kind of thing, or wide open, you know. Things got smoky and time slowed. That's interesting. So my experience in a time portal, I'm gonna talk about in a minute. Hey Joy, how's it? I'm gonna slide back down here if there's any more comments. You're hearing chanting? I'm not hearing chanting, but
The, they might be mistaking the airplane.
okay,
That's,
there was an airplane.
there's like two airplanes that flew by.
Okay,
Well, one that looked like a helicopter, but very far away.
okay. Early this morning, had a very strange encounter. A white dog was seen walking around in the patio. We assumed it was our dog. Come to find out, our dog was still inside the house. The dog we seen disappeared. This might be a sighting number 3 of the deceased dog. Interesting. Phoebe, they can move? Okay, I haven't experienced them moving. They usually stay around trees. I say, well, the ones I'm thinking of, oh, I've never been to Sedona, right? Maybe the kinds of portals that I'm thinking about, right, cannot move. But, so, Anton, how's it? How's it, everybody? Tunui, Uilani, how's it, everybody? Um, Paradise Park in the back of Manoa Valley. We went there one night, and I remember we're on the ghost tour, and when we pull in there, I always love it. You know, you turn off your headlights, you turn off your headlights, and everything is pitch black. And I like to watch everybody get scared. You know, like, oh, we're gonna step out of the car over here. So we get out of the, so we're all sitting in the car in that silence for like a second. I'm letting them enjoy the silence, maybe about 3 seconds. All of a sudden, my phone goes off, and my text ringtone was Ozzy Osbourne's "Crazy Train." So, so everybody jumped, myself included, right? And then we all started laughing because it was a text, right? And so we all laughed. It was my mom texting, oh, you can grab this, you can grab that, you can go store, grab bread, you know, milk, that kind of stuff on the way home. I'm like, bro, you know I work, yeah? It's called one job. Otherwise, you lying on your okole at home. No, I'm just kidding. But we went out to the site, and we did the stories, and it got kind of creepy because there had some stuff happening. We were probably there 15 or 20 minutes. We weren't there half an hour. We went back in the van and we started driving away. We got there, I would estimate about 10:30, 10 o'clock. And as we drove away, I looked at the dashboard and the clock said 1:30. And I look at my phone and my phone says 1:30. And I asked people to check their phones, to check their watches, and they all saw 1:30 as well. And I'm like, I looked at the text that I had received not too long ago. The timestamp was 10:30. And I'm like, brah, what the hell's going on? We must have been out of the car 20 minutes. And all of a sudden, it was 3 hours, right? And that made me wonder, what would have happened if somebody had come back into the valley at 11:45 p.m.? What would have happened? What would they have seen? Would they have seen our vans? Would they have seen us? Would they have been caught on the time anomaly too, right? So now I forget whether the time anomaly stayed with us or when we got out of Manoa, the clocks reset. I don't think the clocks reset that time. There have been other times where it did on the tour, and it was usually at Paradise Park. Places like this, like where we are, places where like where we are over here, they are known to be haunted. So therefore, they are known to have portals. They are known to have the veil is thin, blah blah blah. You know, the kind of stuff everybody says. It's like a whole other world that coexists with ours that every now and then you can go ahead and feel, you can go ahead and experience. Doug was telling me stories about Burlington Woods in Wisconsin, and this is the place I went to in the 2014 ghost hunting stuff. Yes, mirrors are a portal too. I'm not gonna try and understand how that works, but those are portable portals. The ones I'm interested in are the ones in nature. Mirrors freak me out, you know, so I'm not that interested in mirrors. I'll just, yeah, as I said, stick one mirror on top of the other one and then just leave them alone. Let them have fun with themselves, you know. So yeah, Anton on YouTube, you said you live on an American Indian burial ground. This was the history of the Burlington Woods that we went to. It was ancient burial mounds. They believe it dated back millennia. It was really, 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 really old. Doug would point out there are trees. And if Malia's on this live, Zena, she would remember we went hiking in Makaha and we found a really weird tree. You see, trees won't grow in portals. Nature won't grow in portals. Okay, hold on. Thank you, Janine. Nature won't really grow in portals and stuff like that. So you'll find like in Makaha, in the back of Makaha Valley, we saw this big tree. The tree grew up, and the branch grew like that, 90 degrees out. Grew, you know, like they do, and then it turned 90 degrees and grew straight up. So it was like a Tetris kind of thing. It grew up, turned, and then turned again, and it wouldn't grow over there. And I want to go back there at nighttime to investigate. Perhaps it was a portal, you know, because that would have to be a portal. Jana, Manoa Chinese Cemetery. You ever notice that portal in the trees? If you look above, unlike the behavior of any banyan trees, nothing will grow inside the portal. The banyan trees are the walking trees where the roots come down from the branches and turned into the trunk, right? And they, like Lahaina, they'll take up an entire city block, but nothing will grow over the middle. None of those little vines anyway, right? So that's another portal. Um, Jana, you want to talk about the portal at Manoa Chinese Cemetery?
Uh, yeah, I do.
You do? I know you love that place.
I do. I really do.
Hold on, we have a little special guest over here. Are you guys going to listen? Do you want to be on the camera?
Yeah, sure.
Why don't you sit right here?
Yeah, come, switch.
Because the light is perfect on you.
Oh, okay.
So,
Okay, let me
you know,
get
that's
right.
like a spotlight. Yeah.
Oh, there's Minsu. I'm late. I can't see anything.
Quiet.
There we
Yeah.
go. Thank you.
Yes.
All right.
Hey, Joe, take that seat. You're a bigger man. This
How's
seat's-
it?
this chair's
Hi,
small.
I'm Mama Jana. Oh, oh.
I'm tripping over
You okay?
things.
Oh,
No, I'm
oh.
good. I'm good.
All right,
I'm going to
cool.
adjust this so they're not just seeing the top of your head.
There you go. That works.
There you go. Right there.
Thank you. Yeah, it's an awesome place, this portal at Manoa Chinese Cemetery. It's a really, really powerful place. It's really amazing. Your past loved ones will come visit. You can come see them. You know, it's just a really heavy place. Really, really heavy place. It's a good place.
You have family members that come by and stuff like that. Do you want to share any of your previous experiences? Or is that kind of personal? Either way, it's perfectly fine.
Well, the first thing I'd kind of like to say was the very first time when I came to visit Hawaii, I was like, I was pretty young. I was in my early 20s, and I wasn't super, super spiritually aware, really. But I was always real sensitive. I was born, really intuitive and real sensitive. Um, but the first time I ever came, my very first day, I got to visit. Well, I got to visit cemeteries, and I got to visit, portals, and I got to visit the wizard stones, down by down by the Duke statue. Uh, and at each one, and at Bioto Temple, at each one of these places, something really spiritual or amazing happened to me. And it just, it was the beginning of me being able to open my third eye to what was going, and then
Yeah.
learn the culture and the spirituality of the islands. Yeah. The first time I visited here, my mother had passed away, not too long before I visited the islands. As a matter of fact, I came on Girls' Day. My mom was Japanese, and we ended up at Byoto Temple, and uh, walking through, buying the koi fish food and stuff like that. Visiting all these places. Anyway, this little old Japanese caretaker man, every time I would turn around, I saw him. And, he was showing me how to feed the birds, telling me to hold on to the suet really tight to make them work for it and stuff. Um, he, he took us all over. But anyway, when we ended up at the bell, it didn't even dawn on me, but he looked at me and he said, "You need to ring the bell for your mother." And I said, "Okay." So I go tripping down there, I ring the bell. And it wasn't until I was on the plane going home when I realized, hey, how did he know? I didn't tell him that my mom had died. Not at all. And it was just really blew me away. So anyway, um, a few years later, I came back looking for him, and the aunties at the reception desk said, "No, we haven't ever had a caretaker or." And I could. I mean, he was tiny. He had gold teeth, um, dental work. He had a crew cut. His eyes were just. I mean, he looked like a normal, regular person.
Yeah.
Yeah. And anyway, I couldn't find him. But many years later, one of our psychic mediums in our group um, told me that that little old man is actually buried at Chinese Manoa. I'm sorry, at Byoto, at the Valley of the Temples. You know, he appeared to me as just,
Kahalu side.
yeah, he appeared to me as just a normal, regular guy. But the things that he introduced me to, just stopped me right in my tracks.
Yep.
It was just really amazing. So,
Yeah.
yeah. So I don't know what else to say.
Okay, thank you, Jana.
Yep.
Here, you gonna switch?
Yep.
You can have the director seat.
Oh, very good.
Yeah, we're playing musical chairs tonight. Yeah. One of the places when Janet comes down here, she always has to visit Manoa Chinese Cemetery. Manoa Chinese Cemetery is such an amazing place. It's so good. I'll go do a whole night on that. But the tree has, I kind of want to do a little bit of the story sometime. But we have to stay focused. We're talking about Portal. Bro, I have a link. I have a link on my Facebook. Huh?
You have to do the blessings there too.
A blessing prayer?
Yeah, keep everybody safe.
Oh yeah. When usually I do that when there's scary stories.
Oh,
I don't want to get rid of all the ghosts over here because a lot of them are good.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, that makes sense.
When we do the scary ones, I want to keep the bad ones out of here. But we're doing good stuff tonight, and so it doesn't feel bad either. Yeah. Manoa Chinese Cemetery, in the tree on the top of the hill, there's, I guess I gotta do Manoa Chinese Cemetery. To understand the portal, you need to kind of understand a lot about it, right? In the 18, no, don't quote me, 40s or 50s, there was a guy, Lum Ching, who had other names. He's a grand ancestor that's buried on the top over there. He went into the valley. He was a master of an art known as Kunyi Suk. Kunyi Suk was a Chinese art that combined feng shui and geomancy. So it's the energy, how the energies flow, and how the energy flow in relation to the the land, the ocean, the stars, all of that stuff. He was like a grand master at that. He came into Manoa Valley and he was standing where the Waiole Tea House is now, and he looked up the hill and he saw this hill, and he's like, we need to purchase that land. We need to, that place is special. He went up over there, he did all the kind of stuff with the tools and all that, and he found a place that he believed was so special. Now I said, yeah, he's like, we need to buy the land. He needed to buy the land because people should not build houses there. This place should be open for anybody to come to, right? That's his reasoning behind buying it. So he bought it, he turned it into a Manoa Chinese cemetery. Um, I wish I really mean to draw pictures, but I'm a horrible artist. If you're standing in the middle of Manoa Chinese Cemetery, they have the Grand Ancestors grave, the stuff over there, the pavilion, right? Around the pavilion, you have the 12 zodiac figures in limestone, perfectly carved, beautiful, beautiful stuff, right? Um, that is the fifth direction. You got north, south, east, and west. You're sitting in the middle of a compass. The fifth direction is middle. The middle is known as the pulse of the dragon, right? The heartbeat of the dragon. And the dragon is Manoa Valley, the mountains that go all the way around the middle. It looks like a dragon, but it looks like more too. The west side, the west is represented by the white tiger with the white tiger, all right? So the white tiger represents the west. And if you look at it, that's Tantalus. And if you look at it from the graveyard, you see the little ridges popping out. When the moon is right, it's stripes going down the ridges. And Tantalus, that whole ridge looks like a tiger crouching down to the ground, ready to pounce into the water. On the east is Vaahila Ridge, St. Louis Heights, and that's the dragon. The dragon, you could see the tail of the dragon and all of that stuff as well as like the sleeping giant and stuff. The south is the phoenix, which is why most of the graves face out to the south. You see the phoenix not in the mountain, but in the air between the mountains. The ridges come down like this, and the phoenix is in between with the wings spread out, rising up into the sky like this.
And the
The,
corners go up to keep the bad spirits from coming down.
oh yeah, on the top of
Yeah.
the things, yeah, the little
Slide
pagoda
right up.
roof.
It's-
So when the spirits come down on the roof, they get slide right back up.
That's
Yeah.
right. Yeah.
Right back up into the heavens. Yeah.
Yep.
And in the back is where we went to, um, Paradise Park, Manoa Falls hiking trail, which is the north, which is we talked about that the other night, the black tortoise entwined by the serpent. And with these things all over there combined, he believed that it is very possible that Manoa Valley could be the center of everything, like the whole world itself, right?
Really?
Because everything stems from there and goes out,
Ah.
right? All the directions. Right on the top, there's a banyan tree that was planted over there. And if you look on the very bottom of the cemetery, it's going up a hill, right? You see the gates and the little shisa, the dogs, right? And the gate right on the bottom, it's built to harness the energy. The energy flows in through the gate, goes all the way up. The connecting gate is on the bottom of the Grand Ancestor's grave or the pavilion, and that lines straight up to the tree. And so the energy flows straight up the valley into that tree, and that tree is an amazing place. Joe, would that be their signs of beliefs? What do you mean? Yeah, similar to the birthing stones, right? Yeah. So, hey, aloha, how's it, everybody? Hi, everybody. Sorry, everyone that joined. I'm kind of getting a little into this. That tree is, it has energy. I mean, I love the stories. I also love watching the manifestations. I also love watching how things work and how things, as I said, manifest. How things go from orb to a shadow, watching the different stages, feeling it. So what we would do on the ghost tour before is we would stand outside. I would stand outside, everybody else would, and we would let one person at a time into the tree. And what would happen, if anything at all, would be a family member that had passed away would join them in the tree. I would feel a presence. This is kind of how I worked on my psychic gift. I would just close my eyes and let the images form. Um, and so Uncle Joe Espinda taught me this. I watch the images form and all of that, and sometimes I would see a hand on their shoulder, on their left shoulder, and I would ask them, like, "Do you feel something on your shoulder, like a warmness or a tingling?" And they'll be like, "Yeah," and I'll be like, "It's your left shoulder, right?" And they're like, "Yeah." How did you know? We had to be very careful not to be, "Oh, you get something on your left, yeah? Try look," and then all of a sudden their mind is making up something on their left, right? I'd like to know what was happening first. Be like, "What are you feeling there?" It's the power of suggestion sometimes too, but I kind of wanted to stay away from that. They would feel warm. One time we actually had it was cold outside. It was probably lower 70s, upper 60s with the wind blowing and all that. And it was kind of chilly. Hey, it's Hawaii, okay? Give us a break. Um, Inside the tree though, and it's not blocked off. It's a series of trees that are around. The wind blows right through the tree like nothing. It was always warm, like upper 70s, 80s. The wind, like I'm standing outside the tree, feeling the cold wind. I put my arm inside the tree, the thing is warm. I walk through, it's warm. I walk out, the wind is cold. Like all the time. It was just oh, here's Jubu.
No,
There's the,
Special guest, special
I was
guest,
just
Lord
checking.
Jobu.
there's the, yeah, we have a celebrity with us tonight.
I was just checking.
Um,
What was that family that was on vacation? Where
Yes.
Dad? Okay, was that at the border?
yes.
Okay, tell that story.
Yeah, that's the one I'm gonna tell.
Oh,
I like
okay.
that story.
Good.
I've seen many people be able to smell grandpa's cologne or
Oh, sorry.
grandma's
I
perfume
didn't know
or
you were there. I felt something back
something
there.
like that, right? They'd be able to smell, they'd be able to feel, they'd be able, you know what I mean? And it's a very beautiful experience. It's very awesome. Oh yeah, when it comes to the manifestation, a few nights we actually were sitting there at the end of the portal when the portal was just going off. I mean, this thing was energized, and when you run your hand through the air in front of you, you feel something thicker than cobwebs. Like you feel resistance. It's almost sticky, like glue, but your hand goes right through it, and it doesn't stick on your fingers. I
Is that
remember that
ectoplasm?
specifically. Yeah, that could be
That's what.
ectoplasm.
Okay. Okay.
It could just be so much energy concentrated into one place that it starts to manifest something else. It didn't seem intelligent, like
Right.
it had a mind of its own. But yeah,
Right.
um, there was one story. We had a young boy. Hey, Mace, how's it? Thank you for the stars, bro. And of course, everything else. I'll go see you soon. um, there was sorry, sidetrack. So there was this family that came up there, and there was a young boy on the tour, right? I mean, this place is kind of cool. Um, yeah, I'm jumping from story to story in my mind. I'll stick to one. This young boy wanted to go in the tree, and so he went into the tree. Um, he stood in the tree, and I could feel this little thing just running around his legs. He was kind of small, so it came up to about above his knees, or maybe his knees, and it was just running around him, and I could feel like just this energy just going around him in circles. And so I asked him, what are you feeling?" And he's like, "I feel something around my feet." And I'm like, "Does that mean anything to you? Is that familiar?" And he's like, "That's my dog. That's my dog. I know my dog." And I'm like, "That's your dog?" And he started getting a little sad. And, so we took him out of the tree and I asked the parents, I'm like, "Does he have a dog that passed away or anything?" And the parents were like, "No, he has a dog at home, but no dog has passed away." Um, while we were doing other people and stuff inside the portal, one of the dad called the lady that was taking care of their house to find out that indeed about 3 or 4 days ago, their dog did pass away. They just didn't want to ruin their vacation, and they didn't tell them anything about it. And so the dog came back through the portal to hang out with the little boy, you know. That one was kind of that one was really weird. I didn't
It's
know what to
touching.
feel.
That one's
It's
really
touching. I thought it was so cool but so sad at the
Yeah.
same time. So it's so conflicting, you know what I
Yeah,
mean?
yeah, yeah.
It's
It's
like, wow,
confirmation.
that's awesome, but I'm sorry for
Yeah.
your loss.
Yeah,
You know?
yeah. But it's confirmation. Um, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Um I would say 99.9% of the time the spirits that come out of that portal are good.
Yeah.
There was one time and just one time. And we've actually like I've taken that lesson and I've experienced it again. We went to, yeah, we're at Manoa Chinese Cemetery. We were at the grand ancestor's grave. Everything was fine, good, whatever, you know. Um, Up above, by the tree, we heard a clicking noise, like a metallic noise. That's the only way I could describe it. I've never heard it before, but it sounded like metal, like a metallic kind of clicking noise. And then this hot wind came out of the portal. We could hear it. It didn't come from the back of the valley. It came out of the tree. It did a U-turn and it went straight towards the group. And it went right through the group and the wind was hot.
Mm.
And it went straight towards this girl and her father. And the girl screams. And the dad goes up to her and he's like, honey, are you okay? Are you okay? What is it? Is it what we've been running away from?
Oh.
And I'm like, excuse me? And they had something jump on them. Uncle Joe throws them into the car. Okay, like Uncle Joe, like he almost literally opens, just boom, slides the door open, grabs them, boom, throws them into the car, and speeds out of the cemetery with just these two guys. So now I get like 24 people in the graveyard, and one van that only seats 13. He don't call me. He don't tell me what's going on, and I'm kind of like everyone's looking at me like, what just happened? I'm like, I have no idea.
Mm.
And as he's driving out of the graveyard, he almost hits a headstone. So he swerves, and it was like, brah, you know, I'm like, dude, what's going on? You know, he came back about 20 minutes later. He was looking for a place. He dropped him off at the gas station down the road. He's like, if Manoa Chinese Cemetery is like this, we cannot take on Paradise Park. So he took him over there to calm down, relax, and then we continued with the last set on the tour. He said, as he was driving out of the graveyard, something jumped on him and tried to like choke him and grab the steering wheel from him. He said that the girl had dated a, she had dated a Puerto Rican guy, and she broke up with him, and the Puerto Rican guy cursed her with an old Puerto Rican god, and they had spent about a year or two running away from this old Puerto Rican god, and they had finally lost it. They finally ran away from it, and they didn't know where it was. And then they go on a ghost tour. How come you're going to go on one ghost tour? You know, but it found them again. You know, I don't know what happened to them after, but I remember we picked them up, and then they were done. We dropped them off, and everything was good. Let me go through some of the comments over here. Um, Joe, that be signs. Cultures. Oh, are you talking? Yeah, yeah, yeah. Cultures have a lot of different signs and stuff. It's really interesting. To me, it's kind of hard to think of that because Hawaii is one big culture that's part Japanese, part Chinese, part Filipino, part Hawaiian, part everything. You know, and that's just the culture. You know, the culture is everybody's culture. So believe that spirits do have hot spots. That's kind of how they manifest, right? You can take the heat out of the air and manifest, grab all that energy, suck it into one little point, and then go like that. Boom. And then your stuff falls off the table. Heat is energy. It transfers the heat into kinetic energy and goes took. Otherwise, the law of physics, you cannot create energy or destroy energy, right? Which is why your lights dim, which is why the street lights go out, your cameras die, your flashlights die.
Yep.
They're borrowing your energy to manifest and do stuff. But the cold spots to me would be a side effect of them draining all the heat out, right? I went into a portal, it was very heavy, but it was like a hot oven. I felt so disoriented. I had to get out to compose myself. It was crazy. So my sister went to Sedona. I have not been there yet. And she explained to me there's portals all around Sedona. And she's like, it's kind of funny because, you know, you think of the whole spiritual meditation thing, not with 40 other people meditating next to you, you know.
Right.
But she found portals that were happy, and she found portals that came close to destroying her.
Wow.
Like portals that made her cry, portals that made her angry, portals that would draw out the worst memories, your most intense fear, and make you face it. You know, I love hearing these stories too. My walk inside was surreal and disorienting. Everything became calm, cloudy, overcast, white as smoke in the air. People were moving in slow motion. Then it eventually cleared up and the sunlight came back. All the normal energy and sounds returned to normal. Fascinating. Yeah. That sounds really cool. That sounds paranormal for certain. Yeah.
Doesn't it?
Yeah. With the mist and all of that. Yeah. The trees twist when they are near or on top of the portal. Okay, let's go to YouTube now. The westernmost Hawaiian island is Niihau, and the next one would be Kauai. Yep. I wish I could draw what I see. Oh, yeah, me too. I wish I could just draw, period. Hello, hello, hello. Boo. Oh no, Jobu. Said boo. Any stories on Tyke the elephant? No, that would be fascinating though.
Tyke?
Tyke the elephant,
Yeah,
yeah.
the one that got
The
shot.
one away? Yeah.
You heard any stories?
That's
Oh, yeah.
No.
Yeah.
No, you made a
You wanna
very interesting
switch?
comment, though.
No,
No.
but all I can say is go down the Mapuna Puno area. Not Mapuna Puno. You know where he went loose at night? You'll hear him screech.
Bro.
Really? Yeah.
Bro, we go?
You go now?
No, Bombay.
Read Melody's hum. Very interesting about
Okay, I'm coming down.
It's right there.
The smell of wicked wahine.
Just say stick to me.
He's buried at Temple Valley. Oh, sometimes get the sound over there.
I didn't know that, but
Brah.
that's super cool. That's interesting.
Jessica, how's it?
Tyke
He's
is buried at
Tyke
Temple
is
Valley.
buried at Temple Valley. Is that in the front? Do you get the? I was told get the front of the Temple Valley is the pet section.
I don't know. I'm sure she can probably.
The one right
give
by
you
the.
more
I'm sure
information on
Melody
that.
knows. Yeah.
Well, then he has to be cooked then, because he'll take up the whole lot.
Bruh, is it a Filipino thing, dude? He must be cooked then.
You fucking cook, yeah?
I like
But yeah, I can tell. Anything is tossed too, huh?
we eat anything, yeah. So you gotta.
Oh my goodness.
I just
You
don't
can
eat
watch my
meat.
man.
Yeah.
I love
Oh,
you.
brother. Sorry.
What's another term of like incinerating?
Cremated.
Oh, cremating. There you go. That's cooking sounds better.
Hey, hello.
Sorry,
there,
he's
how's
your
it?
blood, so you mean I have
Yep. You talking about?
relatives.
Yeah.
Cooking an elephant. Yeah.
Cooking an elephant. Yep.
That's a lot of meat, you know.
Oh, brah, yeah. That's also a lot of ash.
for the whole village, huh?
Sorry. I shouldn't be joking around.
It's alright, bro. You know, we gotta change it up a little bit, you know? There's some laughs here and
Portals.
there.
There's a lot of portal stories, but I wanted to tell. Hold on. I think I can do this on YouTube. Maybe I gotta figure them out. I figure them out later. Yeah, right there. Stories or investigate.
Good.
Or hold on. Oh, this is cool. I like this.
Yeah. That could be good.
The streets are cool.
Stories
Not here.
in
See that whole
investigate. There you go. Boom. Have you done anything with YouTube channels? Mysteries of Hawaii? Yeah, I've done a few times. I just talked to him today, actually. Lopaka.
That's actually a good.
We're colleagues, we're friends, that kind of stuff. I have a lot of respect for the guy, and yeah.
That makes sense.
I did a live with him one time. Hey, did the stuff pop up?
Yeah, what was
Hey,
that?
sweet. I'm doing a poll whether we should continue with the stories or go down and investigate.
Oh,
How about you guys over here? Let me know. I don't know how to do the poll on top YouTube, Facebook. Sorry, and I will misspell them. So yeah. Stories ought investigate. Stories or investigate. Oh, thank you, Girls Get Hiccups too. Yeah, that's a story that I don't share very often too. But yeah, I shared it earlier this month. That's one of my favorite stories. It's interesting. It's very interesting. Is is this thing? Does it have a timer or something? I've never done a poll before.
If I vote, Craig, I don't know how to vote.
You don't know how to vote. Me too. I
Well,
don't know.
no, as far as what answer to give you.
Oh, okay. So I think we can go down over there where the trees were, where the portal is, and we can go ahead put up some equipment and check out and ask questions and that kind of stuff. You know what I mean? Or we can go up and I got a couple stories about Kaniakapupu, right up the street, the old ruins, and it's portal related stories. I got an idea. How about I go down there and share stories while we're investigating?
Yeah, I chose to investigate since I know you wanted to go down there. So.
Yeah. I got 50% says yes. I say stories or investigate. 50% said yes. So I guess that's both.
I'll be the guardian of the deer.
All
I
right,
show
cool.
40%
All right.
investigate,
Because I'm a
10% stories.
I will put on
He's got to put on his sweater.
my
That
sweater.
glows in the dark.
This one, no, my shirt glows in the dark.
Oh,
Yeah.
I thought your sweater does too.
Does it?
Yeah, it does. Look at how it's reflecting the red light. Okay, yeah, that's a good sign.
Hey, it does. Look at that. Cool.
See?
My Hawaiian hunting sweater. I'm one walking brand.
You're
Yeah,
the
bro, we
brand.
want
What
your
are you
merch.
talking about?
Cause
Better hurry up with that.
Hey, John.
Everybody's waiting.
I know. Yeah. Huh?
No,
Everybody's waiting for you to go down there and
no,
investigate.
for his merch.
Oh, for my merch.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah, you better hurry up on that one.
Well, I was waiting for October to be done, and I'm still kind of winding up.
Why didn't you just do what I did? I'm
Well-
just third person.
Yeah, I'm gonna third person it. I gotta get the design. Well, sorry,
Recreate it,
I have to recreate the design.
Hey, recreate the design. We lost the original.
Yeah, I lost the original. Okay. We'll be back. I don't think I'm gonna.
Everyone's gonna be watching.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't think I'm gonna bring a chair though.
Just yell if something happens.
Oh, you hear me scream like one little girl. I
We'll hear the
promise.
footsteps coming.
Yeah, if something goes
Yeah.
running.
Yeah, if we're not here, by the time you get up the hill, you know why, yeah? You hear your footsteps, bro. So,
Bruh.
Yeah, I mean, if we're all
If
in
I
the
come
car
up-
waiting, like, hurry up, Joe.
If I come up running over here and you guys are all gone, I'm gonna look and see what date it is because maybe I went into
we
one
should
portal.
just hide in a bush just for that one, you know? Just to see you come up, like, hey, where did everybody go?
I think I'd just go into my car and drive away.
Come back for the tent tomorrow, huh?
Yep. Oh, lovely. So porgy. I get one light on top of this tripod too, but it's facing the wrong way. So I got stories down here I didn't share either. I mean, this month I got plenty. But yeah, so the trail that I'm walking down right now, this is where Shaka was walking down that night. After I saw him disappear in the bushes all the way down over here. Well, sorry, all the way down over here. Different perspective, different angle. Let me put you, yeah. It's kind of hard, I guess, to see the angle that I'm walking down, but here's level, and that's what I just walked down. I need a website. Oh, yeah, I know. I also need to not work a full-time job. No. What would I do with my spare time? Hey, it's a frog. Okay. Strange. Okay, so here are the two trees. This is where the Kainuan disappear. Right? He walked in between here. Is there anywhere you won't go because it's too scary? I don't know. If oh, I'm hearing something. I'm hearing a tung 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 tung. That's the sound I'm hearing. I don't know if you guys are hearing them, but I'm definitely hearing something go tung 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 tung. Huh. Well, this was a tree. Speaking about time anomalies, right over here, this is where Shaka's apparition when disappear. Went right into the bush, and I kind of chased it a little bit right up to that little point where that little tree is over there, and I didn't see him anymore. So I turned around, went back up here, walked up this little path, and I saw him walking down. Anyway, um, this tree, one night me and Obake was coming down here, and this tree that's fallen down and rotting, Obake noticed, was not rotting. Oh, bro, this place getting noises. So this tree was actually growing. This tree was straight up, had leaves, was growing. And he looked at it, he's like, bro, look at that tree. I'm like, what about that tree? He's like, didn't that tree fall down like 5 years ago, 6 years ago? I'm like, oh, dude, you're right. I'm like, what the hell? It's growing. Like straight up, like it was still like before it fell down. And that was so weird. We walked back down, we came back up like 15, 20 minutes later, and the tree was like this. It was like we had been transported 5 or 6 years back in time to a period where the tree was growing again, right? And so, of course, they theorized that maybe, or we theorized maybe, what if we were up there on the top, sitting down, talking story like we usually do 5, 6 years prior, and we heard us on that night down here when the tree was growing, talking to each other down here. We would have been, oh, you guys hear the voices? Oh, there's people down there talking, which is what we're always hearing anyway. When are you doing Iolani Palace? I did Iolani Palace already. I did stories of that. I cannot go there nighttime now because they closed the gates, yeah, but look on my live list. I did a whole night because I know you wanted Iolani Palace, and that was a very good idea. So I'm like, yeah. And I did a whole night on Iolani Palace stories and other stuff. Bruh, what is that? What is that? So there was, back to your question again. Is there anything that, any place that I won't go to because it's scary? I will say this place right here. I came down here after that whole thing with Shaka, after he disappeared. I came down here the next week to investigate, and I did a live, and I was going to do exactly what I'm doing now. Set up a chair, set up a tent. No, set up a chair and do a Facebook Live down here. Hey, hi Skippy, how's it? And as I just started doing here, right in between the two trees. As I just started doing the filming, there were noises where I'm standing next to me, telling me just like people talking, like right next to me, in the tree above me, 5 feet away and 10 feet away. I heard a voice say, "Leave." You can even hear him on the video, I think, yeah, if I'm not mistaken. And now I'm hearing noises here. But this one was like, we figured it out. One was an owl. The owl's a guardian spirit, huh? We are gonna take out the REM pod, because I think I like the REM pod. Oh, okay. You saw a shadow. Bro, I'm hearing tuk 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 tuk. It sounds like something is knocking on the wood. That's me. I'm making noise. People claim to see night marchers a lot. Is that really common of a ghost sighting? I do this a lot, Chris Jarvis, and I have not had many experiences, or hardly any experiences with night marchers. And that's a good thing. If we hear the drums and it's more than one drum beat, then we're usually gonna head out. I am going to get one of my tablets out and see. You know what? I get this whole setup. I'm going to use the setup. So aloha, if there's anybody here tonight, you can set off that REM pod. Can you make a light go off? You heard the knocking too, Uilani. Usually the guides and the guardians, when we hear like drums and stuff, it's them simply telling us that we need to leave. It's usually not night marchers, but it's like, hey, you guys gotta go. I have never seen the procession. I have heard drums a few times. I've had a lot more people tell me stories, and as I said, I've been doing this 15 years, and I come here a lot. We've heard drums here before. One night it was on the live, you could even hear the drums. That was so cool. Ah, son of a gun. Of course. Whatever. I need to take better care of my stuff. We will use the ghost tubes here. And then let's see the other one. Hopefully this one is good. Yeah, this one is good. We are gonna use a. We'll try the SLS app. Oh, that's one handsome bugger right there. Oh, Cthulhu. Ah. Hold on. So on the left is picture generator. On the right is SLS. There you go. You can see all three devices right there. So SLS will. I'm down at Judd Trail. Yeah, it kind of look like Cthulhu, which is kind of interesting considering the deity that asked for a offering, huh? Between the trees, he's straight back. Can see him. Okay. Let's try to turn the light off. I remember when I was down here last time doing this. Hey, take on. Yeah. Last time I was down here, this place was so scary. I literally ran like 5 times. This is still Judd Trail in Nu'uanu, yeah. Only place I heard I had drums was Molokai. Yeah. I don't doubt it. That looks like a suitcase. Yeah, that is a suitcase. Let me do this. Sorry, I'm trying to get a, yeah, going ghost hunting here in the pitch black, trying to get a good camera shot. There you go. So let's see if the SLS picks up. All right, story. So yeah, so how that works, right? If something walks in front of there, if it recognizes a human kind of figure, then yeah. Up the road is a place that's known as Kaniakapupu. I have EVP apps. I don't have the time to go through EVP. I have recorders and stuff and all of that. Yeah, so we're gonna just turn this off. Turn the light off. Story. Up the road is a place called Kaniakapupu, a place that I used to enjoy going to. I still do, but it's kind of off limits now, yeah? Kaniakapupu, sorry, I'm playing with my thing again, is the summer palace of King Kamehameha III Kauikeaouli. Kauikeaouli lived over there. I've been over there a few times to clean it, and I've learned a lot of the history from there, from one of the archaeologists, and it's such an amazing place. You have to walk about 10 minutes up this path, this little trail through a bamboo forest, and then you come out to the ruins of this old house. This old 1830s, 1830s or so house. Um, that path going up can be something, I'll tell you. There was one night though, so we get up over there, and it's up there for me. It's usually always calm. It's usually always beautiful, always peaceful. Um, I say always because there's only a couple times I brought my friend Eric up there, and he's the kind, he like his equipment and all that, and he stick his equipment on top of the rocks, and they're kind of like, get the hell out of here, you know. And then there was the one time I touched the rock, and all kind of bad stuff happened because you cannot touch the rock. Um, but one night when I went over there, I did a ghost tour for a family, bunch of friends, like a family reunion kind of thing. I think it was everybody in the family, and it started off with like I think 15 people, and of course you invite your friend, they invite their friends, and then it turned out to be 30 or 40 people or so, right? Yeah, and so 30 or 40 people, and they're all locals, right? So we going single file, we go up over there, we pay our respects, we're very respectful, we don't touch nothing, right? We walk into the back, and I remember it was cool because like as we walked into the back, we heard like a bird, maybe about 50 yards away to the right, made this loud noise, yeah, and like this loud bird noise. Obviously, it's a bird, and I'm like, okay, thank you, but it's kind of weird that it's at nighttime, but not unheard of. And so I said, okay, hey, thank you. If that's actually a spirit, could you do that again for us? And immediately, that same chirping noise, that same bird noise, was directly in front of us in the tree, in front of us. So to me, that was definitely a sign that it wasn't just a simple bird. It was really nice. It was really peaceful. We turned around, we walked out, we said our mahalo. We told the spirits over there, thank you, mahalo for allowing us to come. All that good stuff. And then we walked out. And I looked in the back, and I don't like that because you got to go single file. So I looked and I made sure I knew who was going to be in the back of the group and that they're going to be all right. And, just to make sure. And I'm like, all right, no matter what, you guys just keep with the group, yeah? Because the guys in the back were a little brave, yeah? They were like, oh, they like go ghost hunting, that kind of stuff. And we start walking out, and we get to a tree. And this is why I bring it up, because I saw that tree again. I looked at it, and I'm considering the possibility that it's a portal. How the tree grows around it and stuff like that. Because it won't grow over the path. As I was walking down this little path, single file, 30-something people, I hear the sound of this loud conch shell coming from overhead, from the air above us. This loud, boo, like that, but a little lower. And I froze, and I looked up. It felt good to me. It felt like they were telling us aloha. They were acknowledging our presence. And then, sorry, there's something here. It's in front of me to the left. I can hear it breathing. And so, okay. And so, I'm like, oh, that's cool. I wanted to make sure everybody was okay and nobody's freaking out, right? When you have stuff like that happen, this conch shell in the middle of nowhere where there's no houses, people are going to freak out. And I don't want people freaking out, getting hurt, that kind of stuff. So I want to make sure I'm like, you guys are right. And I looked behind me, and the people behind me were just smiling. They were tripping out. They were like, wow, that's amazing. I'm like, you guys good? You guys not scared? They're like, no, we're fine. And I go walking to the back. As I'm walking to the back, oh, I'm sorry. I don't know if you guys saw that picture. That looks like a kahili. Let me try to get a little closer. That looks like a kahili. Wow, that's awesome. I'll get to the comments in a minute. That's so cool. There we go. So I'm walking to the back of the group, and I hear a guy say, what are you talking about? I didn't hear nothing. I'm like, you never heard nothing? You never heard that conch shell? That loud conch shell in the sky just now? He's like, I never hear nothing. And the person behind him said, I never hear nothing either. And then everybody was saying, I don't hear anything, I don't hear anything, I don't hear anything. There was literally a point in the group where one person, everybody in front of that person heard. Everybody behind that person didn't hear anything. Yeah, just a little weird picture. Okay. Um, so like yeah, everybody heard, I'm sorry, half the group heard it and half the group didn't. And there was literally a split down the middle. And I'm like, what the heck? How could you guys not have heard that? But nobody behind that guy heard it. And I'm over there, I'm like, really? You guys didn't hear the concho? They're like, no, we didn't hear any. And then I hear them freeze. I hear the guys, they all look up. Everybody that didn't hear the conch shell, I hearing the guy talk. Jubu, if that's you. Raw. That's the tree laughing. Oh, you guys heard that? You tell me you guys heard that. Let me finish my story, please. Okay, so everybody in the front heard it the first time, and then everybody in the back heard it the second time. But the second time, nobody in the back heard it. I mean, nobody in the front heard it. We watched them all hear it, and it was like, what the hell? This was literally half of the group heard it, and I'm standing next to the guy as he's hearing this loud conch shell in the. I'm hearing this loud conch shell, like it's so loud. They're hearing this loud conch shell, and I'm standing next to the guy, and I'm hearing nothing. It was the same way the first time. And I'm like, how can this happen? This is 30 something witnesses now, right? There are 30 something of us. Sorry, I'll turn off my light again. There are 30 something of us. Literally just like we witnessed this weird thing and we walked out. It wasn't scary. It was kind of cool, right? And then I get out and I'm waiting for the last people to come out and they're kind of scared though. I'm like, what's going on? And they're like, oh, we never hear the conch shell. And I'm like, really? Nobody's down here, Wilani. You're hearing humming? I'm hearing somebody laughing right in front of me, like where that tree is. Can you make the REM pod go off? Hard to tell ghost stories when you get ghosts around here distracting you. Sorry. What was that? Oh, some footstep right next to me, brah. Okay, this is fun. What was that flash? This place is active. Anyway, let me finish the story, please. The guys in the back, they heard growling. They heard chains rattling, that kind of stuff. And so they came back to the group. And I looked at them and I'm like, wait, you guys were in the back of the group, right? They're like, yeah. I'm like, were you guys with the group or did you guys want to hang back and have something happen? And they're like, well, we was kind of hanging back. I'm like, yeah. I'm like, yeah. Well, that was something telling you, hurry up and join the group. And they were scaring you to get into the group. Okay, anyway, now that I said that, brah, this place. Wow. You heard a girl whispering up there, Matt? I'm hearing a tuk 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 tuk. But yeah, like an old man laughing. I have two friends take rocks on vacation over there from Volcano and get hit with the curse of Pele. Oh yeah, that's very common. It's unfortunate, it's very common. I hope the curse wasn't that bad. Aloha. If there's anybody here tonight, awali pilikia. No disrespect, no ill intentions. If you don't know me, my name is Joe. I come here very often and I tell ghost stories and I bring equipment. You guys can play with it if you guys want. See if you can set off the lights. But you don't have to. I understand that I am a guest in your house and I thank you for allowing me here. Is there a reason why you're laughing or why you're around here? Matt, you guys are all up there, yeah? I swear to God, there was somebody next to me in the bushes over here. And I'm like, freaking Jubu, bro. Oh, you hear that? I'll try to be quiet so you guys can hear him. Can you make that noise 3 times? Can you make that noise 2 times? Can you make that noise once? Can you make that noise 3 times again? Thank you. You heard that. 1, 2, 3. Oh, something intelligent down here. You want to hear more ghost stories? You want me to leave? Am I intruding? Okay. As long as I'm not intruding. Aole pilikia, no disrespect, yeah. Thank you for allowing me down here. That light over there, that's a REM pod. It's a tool. If you come up to it and touch the little silver thing on it, the thing that's sticking out, you can set lights off. You want to try to do that? Are you stuck in the tree? I'm going to turn the light on. I want to test something. I want to see if the noise is going to happen. I'm going to show you how to use it, all right? Yep. Sorry, YouTube has trouble focusing on stuff. There you go. What a beautiful young lady. Yeah. Well, the REM pod is red. That's just the ambient light. Okay. So I noticed now the light is on and the tree did not creak. Can you creak with the light on? Let's try this. Hello, is there anybody here tonight? What? Aloha. Okay. Are we done here? Thought I heard a dog bark. No? I don't know if you guys can even hear this. I should have brought my speaker, but we can do this more up there. I'm kind of traveling a little late. I get my backpack and all that. But yeah. Okay, we're gonna hele then. If you're not gonna put... What? We're gonna hele. If you got nothing else... We have... You have more. You don't have to perform. I'm not asking you to perform. But if you do want to talk to us, you're more than welcome to. I don't want to make it sound like, yeah, get somebody here. You can make one noise. You know, that kind of stuff. If you want to talk, you can. You understand that, right? Okay, thank you. We're down here to tell stories, and if you guys want to talk and enjoy the story, heck, you want to tell me a story, yes, and tell me a story. I can imagine their stories, huh? Like, oh, so I can hear their stories. So, get one guy named Joe who comes down here and won't stop talking. And even though late at night you can still hear his voice talking. Yeah. All right. I'm gonna pack things up and head back up to the group. Knock, 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 knock. You heard that there? This is the last opportunity if you want to touch the REM pod. I know you guys were doing that last night, and you guys are doing it up there as well. Knock, 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 knock. You heard that? Is it time to go?
Mahalo.
I mean, it's very possible that it's a tree, but can you, I have the light on. Can you knock now? It's just kind of uncanny how it would knock 3 times when I asked it to knock 3 times. Hey, handsome, how are you? Look at that. What a handsome bugger. Okay, I'm gonna turn off this and pack it up. All right. This reminds me of Kaniakapupu, our Kukani loco, actually, the birthing stones. I gotta get this bugger repaired. It's broke. Oh, and for the record, this area here, the story I shared a couple nights ago, this is where the mirror was. Yeah. As I turned it off, it said, "Bye, everyone." Can you make the tree knock again? With the light on. Okay, I'm gonna turn the light off then. Let's see if you can make. Let's see if the tree only wants to creak with the light off. Yep, there's a knocking again, and it's getting closer, so the light's going back on. Thank you. I don't know what it is, but I just feel like I'm getting really close to the, it started in the back and it came up closer. And the next time it's going to be right above me. I never promised I was brave, okay? One last story for share with you guys. You saw somebody looking at me from behind the tree. You saw somebody behind the tree. Interesting. I mean, I'm sure there's something here, all right. Watch, I go turn off the light and it's going to knock again. I gotta have to look through that again, brother. Thank you. It says, Joe, something was looking at you from behind the tree. Hey Ray the fam, how's it? I know you're not watching, but it happened when you're putting away your stuff. Are you scared, Kahuna Joe? I'm not Kahuna. I see a red light. Jubu, is there a car on the road? Matt, is there a car on the road? All right, one more story. This one is a good story. Let's end on a good note. We had a band from the Big Island. We had a band from the Big Island. Huh. There's a red light. Look, you see the red light up there? Oh, you know what? Never mind. That's a flashlight. Never mind. Um, from the on the Big Island, I had a high school band. I forget where on the Big Island, but we came over here and told ghost stories. They did a ghost tour with us. Um, Half the group wanted to come down here, and half wanted to stay up. So I brought half of the group down here, and we walked down the path right here in front of us, and we stood right over here, actually. Yeah, right over here. That log, maybe it was over here. Either way, yeah, either way, it was right over here, and I could feel that the group was scared. But I also felt the presence of at least three Hawaiian warriors standing all the way up there. They were guardians, and they were kind of joking around with each other, sitting down, laughing, just watching over us, and cruising with each other, kind of thing. And when we were down over here, I asked them, how are you guys? And I could feel that they were kind of scared because down here is like dark. I mean, like I can't see my hand in front of my face, kind of dark. Like here's my hand in front of the camera right now. Look, see? And so we're standing over here, and I told him, you know what? Let's try turn off the lights. I said, there's three warriors up there. They're good. Oh no, I said there's three warriors up there. I would like to invite them to join us, right? So they were like, okay. And I said, I want you guys to turn off all your lights. It took a little while. People would keep their phones on and other stuff. They didn't want it. And as soon as they turned off the lights and it was just black like this, um, I could feel the fear, yeah. I could feel the energy that they were scared. And then I spoke a little bit Hawaiian. I don't know very much Hawaiian, but I asked the Ikaika, the warriors, to Helemai, to come join us. Aole Pilikia, I mean, obviously they know we don't mean trouble. They're our guardians, right? So I asked them to come and join us. And the wind down here was cold that night again, right? And the temperature might have went up 8 to 10 degrees. It got warm all of a sudden. As the lights were off, we're staring into the pitch black. I asked them, do you guys feel that? And they said, yes. There's a freaking shadow walking around over here. Sorry. There was a shadow moving around right here in front of my face, right here in the sky. Yeah, this is probably Kainoa who's getting his kicks out of this. He's another guardian that likes to scare the crap out of me because, yeah. Um, Finish my story. See if I can finish it in the pitch black, shall we? So, yeah. So we're over here, and as I invited the warriors to come on and join us, the area got warmer. Not warm like hot, not warm as in like that. It was warm like you were wrapped up in a blanket, and the blanket was around you, and you felt warm and comfortable. And the fear I felt disappeared, and everybody I could feel them smiling. So I turned the light on just a little bit, like just like so I could see a little bit of them, and they were all smiling. And I told them they're here now. There are warriors over here. I'm like, can you point to where they are? Don't say it. Can you point to where they are? And then I turned my light on real fast, and they were all pointing behind them. I could feel these Hawaiian warriors standing right behind the group, like right over there. And it was awesome. It wasn't scary, and I'm like, so you got these three ghosts that are about 7 feet tall right behind you, and are you guys scared? They're like, no, we don't. We feel more protected than ever. And I'm like, isn't that cool? You guys have ghosts right behind you, big Hawaiian ghosts, and you guys are not scared. And they thought about it, and it was a really eye-opening experience for everybody, myself included. I told them, this is Hawaii. You respect the Aina. You respect the land. What was that? You respect the Aina, you respect the land, you respect the spirits, and they come protect you. They take care of you. You take care of them, they take care of you. You know, and that was a really cool lesson. It was awesome. Yeah. Min says she heard laughing. Right on. Forgot about Kainoa for a minute. Yeah. Do the guardians look like humans? Sometimes they can. When I met Obake and Jennifer down here one night, they were kind of hiding in the bush, and I'm here with my little tiny light, like literally a little dinky light. These lights are much better. I'm walking down because somebody on my tour got scratched, and I wanted to tell the ghosts that they cannot do that, right? So when I'm heading home, it's 1 o'clock in the morning, and I'm walking down here, and Obake them think I'm the cop with a flashlight, so they're hiding in the bushes, right? It's the first time I met them. And they come out, they're like, hello. And I'm like, oh shit, there's people here. I just kept hearing people whispering and moving around. And I'm like, bro, these are ghosts. These are ghosts. Bro, what you doing walking down here? These are ghosts, you know. As I was talking to Jen, the light was so dim, right? It was like just, you could barely see anything, but you know, just enough, kind of like this. I don't even know if you can see this. But like that. You know, see my foot? Yeah. So it was like that. And all of a sudden, a shadow jumped out at me. This big shadow jumped out at me. And I jumped back and I was like, what the hell is that? And then Jennifer starts laughing. She's a medium. Yeah. She's like, oh, that's just Kainoa. I'm like, that's just Kainoa. What the hell is Kainoa? Who the hell's Kainoa? Oh, he's a warrior that died in Nepali. He's a guardian. He loves listening to your ghost stories and he likes messing with people too. So he's over there in the bushes right now laughing his butt off because he scared you. This was over a decade ago, right? So that's kind of left side. I think I seen something, brother. I was here telling story, and in the dark, I saw something black move across the freaking tree, right over here. Okay, right close to me, right in front of my face. Like I could have reached out and touched it, you know. Aloha, Suzette. How's it? Do guardians look like humans? Yes, they can. So mahalo kupuna, mahalo. Any spirits over here? Thank you for allowing me down here tonight. I mean, any spirits? I don't get spirits. I was hearing them laugh. That's the airplane, yeah. Oh no, when I was telling the story. So mahalo for everything. Thank you again. This is a beautiful area. I hope to come back soon. But yeah, we're gonna head out back up to the top and hang out. Flip this bugger around so you guys can see the real scariest thing right here. Ooh, ooh. So guys, thank you for coming. Thank you for joining us. The month of October is now over, and November has started. But today's Friday. We do lives on Friday nights. I don't think I'm gonna do a live tomorrow. I might need a day off. It might be fun. I can sleep. I haven't been able to have a drink for over a month. Not like I drink anyway, but still, you know. Okay. Coworker introduced me to a guardian who was a pig that took the form of a boulder. Oh, that's awesome. It's been an hour and a half. I'm sorry we didn't get sucked into a portal. Jubu, you guys still up here? Okay, good. The tent's still here. We just kind of talk random stuff. I try to stick to one subject, but it's kind of hard, yeah. Oof. But yeah, I will. I was gonna say I will see you guys tomorrow. Maybe I will. I'll try to do better on announcing. But what I want to do is I want to edit the videos down into separate stories and things and stuff, and see what I can do about that. So there's actual videos. But yeah, hit the like button, subscribe. Thank you, Ilani. Share, blah blah blah. Follow Facebook stuff, YouTube stuff. Have a great night. Take care, guys. Aloha.
You know tomorrow's the Day of the Dead, right?
I know.
Is it today already?
Yeah, it's the first. It's on the
I
first.
thought it was always the second.
No, it's on the first.
I thought it was Cinco de Mayo, but I guess that's
No, that's